Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of Ask Coach V. Hello, Coach Ivon.
Hey, Coach V, and hey, everybody. So, as you guys know, and maybe you don't know, but if you do, now you will, this is our little show where we show up and we ask Coach V. It's right in the name, right? So, I look for questions that agents are asking, struggles they're having, challenges they're facing, situations they're going through. What are they talking about? And I take those questions, I take those stories, and I bring them to Coach V to say, hey, what do you have to say about that, Coach V? What do you think? Because with all your years of experience as an agent, as a coach, helping lots of people, she's a good voice here, right? Someone we should listen to. So our goal here is to generate a great, awesome discussion and just have a good time. So I have some great questions for you today, Coach V. How about we go ahead and get right to it? So my first question for you, maybe it's a little vague, but I think we can make it work. I saw someone post this in one of those big Facebook groups, and there were so many answers. And so I'll say the same question, which is, what's your biggest struggle with the current state of the market? So for you, Coach V, let's think of it this way. Since now that you're a coach instead of an active agent, what are you seeing with your clients? What are you seeing with your people? What's the biggest struggle that you feel a lot of them are having right now as this market transitions?
Such a great question, Coach. And so excited to answer here because it will help a lot of you guys listening. What I see that's happening, one of the biggest struggle with all my clients, I shouldn't say all my clients, to some of my clients, and most of all, even with other agents that I see on the Facebook groups, is when market change and we go into an uncertainty time, because it's just a transition, right? It's just a transition, the market from a very hot to a warm market. But you see what's going on is the media and everybody's making this big drama because it sells, right? It sells time on social media, it sells time on newspaper. It's making all these things and people get nervous, get anxious. And the real estate agents, they go from a place of great business, abundance to scarcity. And very quickly, the mindset shift. Now they have fear. Oh, maybe I should not hire the person because what happened, my business go down. Oh, maybe I should cut this, I should cut that because, what happened, the market changed. What happened if I don't have enough business? So right away, I see is the mindset of fear, of worry coming in. And I have, because you know me, I immediately take them to the right place. I immediately do a pivot, a mindset shift to them and saying, hey, this is not a bad market. The world is not coming down. It's just a transitioning. Makes sense, Coach?
Yeah, and I think it's such an interesting point, right? Because I think the person asking that question is looking for something like, oh, now all my clients are doing this, or now the market is like this, or now the homes are this, or the prices are that, when really one of the main struggles is an internal one with the agents, right?
Exactly.
How are they reacting to the transition? How are they struggling to keep up with the change and adapt to it? And I think that that's something that sometimes people overlook, right? Is how right. You react to it is just as important as what it's doing.
Right. And now let me go a little further, because that's the number one thing I see is the mindset decline from a place of optimism to a place of pessimism, from a place of abundance, scarcity.
Buying into the narrative.
Exactly. Now, the second thing is a lack of skills in articulation and explaining how is the market.
That's a huge one.
It's huge. So if you don't understand what's going on, what you don't know, you can teach. What you don't know, you can explain. So if you don't know the state of the market, if you don't understand what just happened, and you don't know how to explain, and you can say elegantly, with great confidence, certainty, conviction, and say, Mr. and Mrs. Seller, Mrs. and Mr. Buyer, we just had a transition. Let me explain to you what does that mean. And then you can travel them on the last 20 years in the business, and you explain to them what's going to happen, what the forecast for the next 3 months, 6 months, and you take away the fear with elegance, with confidence, and you become the trust, knowledgeable advisor and broker, there's no fear. But the thing is, because the agents are not practiced and they don't study the market, they're not watching the trends, coach. And now they're like, oh my God. And also they're buying to the narratives. They are buying to the self-talk. So, and the negative, disempowering self-talk. So now becomes like the perfect storm of confusion.
Right.
You know what I mean?
And let's be honest, maybe this is going to sound a little harsh, but there's also a lot of, I'll say that there's a lot of lack of taking responsibility going around, because I'll say this, since we've started to transition, the amount of comments I've seen and people sharing things and saying things about how, oh man, I can't wait for my sellers to, catch up with the prices and understand, and my sellers don't understand, and the buyers this and the sellers that. And it's like, guys, you're the one that's supposed to make them understand, right? That's on you to set those expectations. So, well, what's going on here? It's not their responsibility. It's yours.
Exactly. It's our responsibility to educate the consumer. It's our responsibility to bring the insights and information to our clients and prospects. And that's a lack of action. But, this is so critical what we're talking about right now, Coach, because you see, it's a change. Okay. Every time there's a change, there's fear. Every time there is uncertainty, there is questions, doubts, and worries. Now, we are the one without knowledge, without expertise, without proficiency in understanding the market. They have to do the videos, they have to send the email. Right now, more than ever, we got to be super redundant on this communication. We got to triple down, or even double down, Coach, triple down in communication. I'll be doing 2 videos a month. You see, I tell all my clients, 1 video a month, how is the market? Because if you're not telling your database, if you're not telling your followers, how is the market? Someone else is doing it. Your competition is doing it, and they are going to the competition because who they want, Coach? They want the person who brings them the knowledge, the certainty, the calmness, the information. So if you're not doing the videos, they're going someone else. So, and now, because it's changing time, uncertainty time, and your clients are your prospect and are watching the news and going crazy, you should be doing how is the market every other week. You should be doing more. So again, don't buy into the narratives. Don't go crazy. Don't stop looking at social media. Focus on up level and uplifting, improving your skills on pricing, price adjustment. Here I am coaching, Coach. What can I say?
Setting expectations, right? Because look, if your listing gets an offer at list price and your seller doesn't want to take it because he still thinks, it's 3 months ago and he's going to get many, many, many offers. And if he refuses to take it and your home doesn't sell, that's on you, because you didn't help him to understand that he should accept it, that it's the best for him, right? Not convince him because you think it's the best, but help him to understand that things have changed and this is the state of the market, and that's really the best for you.
Yes, and I tell you, right now more than ever, you got to go forward and step up as a leader, as the best advisor, as the best real estate agent, and not only do the videos, call them and say, hey, Ivon, I was thinking about you. With everything that's going on, with all this transition, I was wondering, do you have any question, anything that I could clarify for you? And let them talk. Let them express the fear, their doubts, their worries. And many of them say, hey, this is such a great question. Why do we do this? Why don't we have coffee? Let's meet and go together to Starbucks and we talk for half an hour. And by the way, by any chance, are you planning on selling your home in the next 3 months or even 1 year? Because if you are, we should talk, because I want to prepare and give you a nice update. Listen, if you have a conversation like this with your database, here I am, and you end up setting 1-2 appointments a week, I mean, just a half an hour appointment, and you do even 1 a day, imagine how much business you're going to have and how much trust you're going to build. Isn't it great, Coach?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, thanks for that, Coach V. So if I had to just wrap it up,
please do.
in that neat little package, 2 challenges agents seem to be facing right now is 1, dealing with their own mindset in the face of uncertainty, change, transition, right? And 2 is not having the skills to keep up with the transitioning market, to make sure they know how to set expectations, to make sure they know how to navigate their buyers and sellers in any situation. So right now,
articulating, right?
Exactly, right? Being able to set the expectation. So right now, just make sure hey, stay focused on what can you do. The market's going to do what the market's going to do, right? Yes. So awesome. I think we killed that question. Let's go on to the next one. So the next one, some people might say, oh, I don't know if it's the right time for that question because the market's transitioning, but I know it is, because seller's market, buyer's market, neutral market, there's always people growing. There's always people succeeding. I mean, we have clients that grow year over year, no matter the market. So I think this is still a really relevant question. And so this question is coming from, an agent that is thinking of growing, thinking of hiring, thinking of, increasing their team maybe. And it's okay, I want to hire, I want to grow, I want to bring on an assistant, I want to bring another agent. What happens if suddenly I don't have enough business or I don't have enough money to pay them? What happens if I hire someone and then I don't have enough to keep them going? What do I do? So what do you say to someone in a situation like that, Coach V? What do you say to someone who's worried about being able to maintain a new hire?
Love the question. Well, first of all, have clarity. Okay. If you are the assistant, you are losing a lot of business, right? So you should have a TC doing all transaction coordination for you. And anyone that's selling already 10 homes should have an assistant, because if you don't have one, you are the assistant. And now the question is, are you going to stop working? No, you're not. Are you going to quit and stop everything? No. So why your business should go down? Your business only goes down if you lose momentum. Your business only disappears if you don't work. But if you are strategic, smart, wise, and you follow the steps and you build the business every day and you do improve your systems, you're not going to lose anything. So let me give you here an example, because I'm so glad you asked that, Coach, because I went over this math. So would you allow me to go over this? Because it's so important. I went over this with one of my clients this week, because, by the way, it's very normal you have that fear. Okay. People like, what happened if the market changes? I don't have enough business. Or if I hire someone, I don't have enough business for the person. And
right,
now I'm
exactly.
responsible.
You have the responsibility there. People get worried about that.
Yeah. So you got to think as hiring as an investment, not as a cost. It's only a cost if you hire people and you don't do anything, and then the business will grow. And now how are you going to pay people? So if you think as investment, because I want you to see here, stay here with me. Let me give you this picture. Right now, if you are working 3 hours a day as an assistant, pushing papers, doing appointments, doing your own package, doing all the stuff that an assistant is supposed to be doing. If you're doing 3 hours a day, if you work on that 6 days a week, that is 18 hours per week, Coach. 18 hours per week. You multiply that by 4 weeks, Coach, 72 hours.
Yeah, you're a part-time. You're working part-time as an assistant.
You are part-time assistant. A week and a half per month, you are their assistant. Now, Coach, ask me, with my level of drive, hunger, and skills, how many appointments do you think I can set in 72 hours?
Well, how many?
Many. Look, even if your skills are not master level or even excellent, in 72 hours that you are talking to people, that you're having coffee, you networking, you DM, and you texting, you can probably set 12 appointments. 12 appointments in 72 hours. Even, let's be conservative, even 5 appointments. You set 5 appointments, and I hope your conversion level and skills are good enough, and you set 5 appointments, you sell 2 homes. In your 2 out of 5, in your average commission check is $10,000, it's $20,000. Coach, that's $20,000 a month that you are bleeding, that you are losing because you're assistant. So $20,000 a month, you multiply by 12 months, it's $240,000. That's $250,000. So you are bleeding, you're not getting. So let's imagine you pay $40,000 for the assistant, you still have $200,000 left, and you're not doing the work of assistant, that you're not good and you don't like it. Does this make sense, Coach?
Yeah, it makes sense. And I think it kind of goes back to what we were talking about with the first question, which is, what is one of the main struggles? Mindset struggles. And I think people kind of get in their heads, oh, mindset, whatever. I don't want to talk about that stuff. Let's talk business. But hey, it is business and you are your business. And so if your mindset isn't right about it, you're going to shoot yourself in the foot. You're going to hold yourself back. You're going to keep yourself from doing things that are going to make you more money. So it's so important when you start to get to that level that, hey, I'm growing, I'm going to do this, I'm going to step out of my comfort zone, I'm going to hire, don't start the self-sabotage, right? Because if you're thinking of hiring, something's going right. You're hiring for a reason. Why is it going to stop all of a sudden?
Exactly. So small thinking causes a lot of people to fail. And also lack of business maturity. So it's I can't afford an assistant. Darling, you cannot afford being the assistant because you doing the assistant work is costing a lot of money. And this is a $10,000 average commission check. Some of my clients, the commission checks $50,000, $40,000. So you can be pushing paper. And also the other thing, coach, I know some of my clients talk to 10 people in an hour. And if you have high level skills, like I do, like many of you guys have, in an hour, you can sell one appointment, sell a home. So you are worth it. This is how I think. You are worth per hour your commission. So if your commission check is $15,000, you are worth per hour $15,000. And now you're going to make appointments for your buyers. You're going to do your buyers package. You're going to push paper. You're going to meet a photographer. No, delegate the shit. Delegate and go network and go do DMs and go do a video. Go call people. Go do a follow up and go make a lot of money, having fun, doing what you do best. Oh my God, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, you know what, Coach V, I
got so excited.
I think you got that question down. So as we wrap up here, it was a great session. Can you give us just, hey, Mark is transitioning. You know, some people are uncertain. Agents are kind of thinking, what's going to happen? How do I talk to the people about what's going on? Do you have one little nugget of advice to give before we close out the call?
I love it. I love the question, Coach. I can say this to you very easily. Ignorance breeds fear. Knowledge breeds confidence and power. So if I were you right now, I would get my verbiage down. I would get my script down. I would practice how is the market right now. I would go get the stats, go see some numbers, some data that you can understand and it can explain, understand the process, and then practice. Do a video practice, do a video practice, do a video practice. Ask your family, ask your role play partners, hey, ask me, how is the market? Role play, and then go call everybody, tell them exactly the spiel, scripted, practice elegantly, super smart. How is the market? Tell all your past clients, all your sphere of influence, all your vendors, put a video everywhere and become the knowledge broker. Become the person who comes and brings the certainty, the knowledge, the information, the insights, and stop being fearful. So control the narratives, control the mindset, and improve your skills and go share the expertise with everybody else. I know I gave you more than one because I get excited about this. This is so important, right, Coach?
Yeah, absolutely. And there you have it, folks. So, hey, if you enjoyed this conversation, you enjoyed this video, and you want to see more stuff like this, make sure you subscribe to our channel because we're going to be doing these. Okay. We had a little time off. We were doing a little travel. We're going to get right back in the swing of things. We're going to be busting out a lot more Ask Coach V and bringing a lot of great conversation here. So subscribe, share this with a friend, someone you think can get something out of it, and make sure you guys join us for the next one.
Yes, do that. And always remember, the market is between your ears, and go share your love and energy. Thank you so much. See you soon.
Thanks, guys. Bye, everyone.
Bye. Bye, Coach.
Bye.